All right, guys, what's going on? Wop's MIA. I don't know where he is. Anyways, we're gonna work on the panhead today. The goal is to get an exhaust on it, or at least damn near close. I switched up to the 18 for a 16. I like that look more. I think we're gonna get rid of the pre-unit bars and go with like a Z-bar or a drag bar. I think it'll be a little bit better of a look for this bike and the aesthetic of it. But first things first, I rode the knuckle over to the shop today, and the tranny wasn't shifting all that smooth, and I know the trans leaks a little bit, so we'll top that thing off so I can get home safely and not blow up the transmission, because that wouldn't be good either. So pop some fluid in this here old girl. I gotta put you guys down. Tripod. Bingo. Hopefully you can see stuff and things. I don't know. Been putting a ton of miles on this bike. Absolutely love it. Been nothing but good to me. Knock on something. But tranny's leaking. I think it's leaking now. The seal where the sprocket is. Every once in a while you gotta top her off. Let's see what we got. There's some in there. It's not sparkly and shiny, that's good. Give it a little top off, never hurt nobody. Should be using a funnel because I always make a mess, but whatever. A little more, never hurt nobody. You want to spill some on the exhaust because it smells great. It's one of the main things you want to do. Yeah. Go. I don't like to over tighten this because most of the time this happens on the road, and I don't really have a 1-inch wrench in my bag, so we leave it half tight, a little half tight. Alright, now that's done, let's get working on the panhead. So every time I put a bike together, I try to do something new to try to push myself to get better in a new skill set. I've never made an exhaust. It honestly seems kind of daunting to me because I'm not all that great at angles. But that being said, we're going to give it a go and see what happens. And if I fuck it up, then we just order one, right? I mean, no harm, no foul, I guess. So what I do have is an old exhaust that Nate had mocked up for one of my panheads way back in the day. So we might steal some bends and things out of that. There's a really nice exhaust bracket on there that I'm definitely going to steal. And then I bought a bunch of tubing to try to put together. Hold on. We're going to do a lot of tripods. This is harder without WAP. Bingo bango. Anyways, bought a bunch of tubing. And hopefully between the old exhaust and the crap that I bought, we can make something kind of neat. I've got an idea in my head of what I want to do, but actually doing it is completely different. Actually need all that packing material, so that worked out. Oh, some neat little pie cuts. Some stuff and things. Look at that. They look like fish food. Got a little bend, and these are just straight pieces, all stainless. So I'm gonna get it kind of mocked up. My idea is if I can get the back mocked up to where I want it to be, and I've already got the front, and then I just do the middle, right? But that's math, I think. I don't know, we'll find out. What's going on? Quick update on the exhaust. Had to take a quick break from it to pick up a car. That's actually behind me. I will show you guys that in a second, but here's where we're at on the exhaust. So I wanted to make a neat little, super long extended shotgun looking exhaust. I think it looks pretty tough on this thing. Nate's making me up a set of Z-bars before I leave for Florida. I think those will match the theme of this bike a lot better than the pre-units did. I loved the pre-units on it before, but now that I've got this kind of like tough guy 80s looking bike, I think some Z-bars are the way to go. But tonight's hope is to get all the bends and shenanigans all welded up and fit and finish and make up some brackets. Need to straighten out this pipe. I just tacked it on one side because I was in a rush to leave. So I think if I chuck it in my vise, it will straighten it out. Make up these brackets, but I'm excited to show you guys this. 57 convertible, numbers matching, real deal, power windows, power brakes, power steering, blue on blue, red oxide floors, like museum quality finish. Literally, this car sat in a museum for the last 20 years. Crazy clean. That's the boot for the top. I'll show you the engine, but it might be kind of dark in here because I don't have the best shop lighting. But here she is. Killer car. Super stoked on this thing. I'm gonna get to taking on this thing, and hopefully we can get finished up what I want to tonight, and I will be a happy camper, and then we'll be on to trying to get this thing fired up. Cool, thanks. Getting a little chilly here. So I know I didn't film much on this video. Once I get into things, I tend to just hyper focus on them. But I do apologize. This is my first bike exhaust. I'm stoked with how it came out, but I definitely would change a few things in the way I went about them. You learn every time you do something, right? So, I mean, this is what we ended up with. Still have to, you know, sand down, file all the welds. I'm not gonna polish this exhaust. I'm gonna leave it kind of raw because I feel like it fits the look of the bike. We're gonna go with some Z-bars instead, better as well. But we're getting close. I still have a little bit of welding to do, but both brackets are installed. Yeah, I mean, this thing has completely transformed from one motorcycle to the other, and it was just supposed to be an engine swap. But I'm stoked on how it's coming out. And once I finish up that bike, I mean, it'll be extremely similar to how this bike was when I first pulled it apart. So now I'll have, you know, the best of both worlds. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hoping I'll start posting a little more once we get back down to Florida. But yeah, here she is. Pretty damn neat. Thanks, guys.